this is a nigga right here, y'all. I swear this is a nigga right here. I don't keep niggas around me, y'all. I don't keep people around me, bruh. Like, for real, this is my wild weekend. This her birthday weekend. I put a skirt up on my dog.
Show that. I love that, bro.
I love you, my nigga. I swear to God.
Love nigga so much.
I swear. On my mama, cuz. He been there through it all, bruh. When I lost Timmy, when I lost Booney, he been through it all, y'all. Like, for real. Like, I'm knowing he 100. Never question shit about him, bruh. Like, when I say you my nigga day one, don't touch them L's together, I promise you.
I already know.
You gonna touch the L. My word. Remember I told you this, cuz we gonna hang out so strong. Had to put up on my dog right quick. We on the block. Yeah, they say Dro got it high. Fin to go like to the car lot. Are you person? Hey, but kids like New Balances too. That's crazy. New Balance making them. You spun the chat right quick. You spun the quick little chat. Say one stand is all up. I swear.
I want you to think about this as we begin. How well do you really know the people closest to you? And what would you do if the story of your loved one's death kept changing? Welcome to True Crime Unraveled. If you were scrolling through social media in late December, you might have seen them. Tyrone Davis Jr., known as Dro, and his girlfriend Lulu. All smiles. A romantic cabin getaway. Matching outfits. It was a picture-perfect love story, curated for the world to see. But on December 27th, 2025, that picture shattered. Tyrone Davis Jr. was found with fatal injuries on the side of Archer Road in Gainesville, Florida. The police arrived at a grim scene. Their initial determination? A tragic accident. They said Davis had jumped from a moving vehicle. But for his family, that story didn't add up. It didn't make sense. And in the weeks since, a very different and much darker picture has begun to emerge from the shadows. One not of an accident, but of alleged betrayal. One not of a solo driver, but of a possible accomplice. And one not just about a lost life, but about $250,000 that vanished from the victim's account. This is not just another true crime story. This is an investigation into a facade. A deep dive into the unsettling space between a person's social media highlight reel and the chilling reality that may have been playing out behind the scenes. We're going to examine the allegations, the contradictions, and the key figures who have been pulled into this mystery. Let's establish what we know for certain. On December 27th, Gainesville police were called to Southwest Archer Road near the I-75 overpass. Tyrone Dro Davis Jr. was found gravely injured. He was taken to the hospital, where he died several days later. Officially, the police labeled it a tragic, non-suspicious accident. They said he jumped from a car. But Davis's family immediately pushed back. His cousin, Natalie Davis, publicly questioned the narrative, stating that hospital staff told the family his injuries were more indicative of some form of blunt force trauma and weren't consistent with a fall from a vehicle. His father, Tyrone Davis Sr., made a heartfelt plea. He didn't deserve this. All I really want is answers to what belongs to me. I'm not asking for no GoFundMe, no money, no nothing. I just want candles and prayers and answers. The last person publicly known to be with Tyrone was his girlfriend, Lulu. And according to the story that first circulated, she was the driver of the car he allegedly jumped from. But if that was the full story, why has the case erupted into such a convoluted drama online? Why are there so many whispers about what really happened in that cabin in Gilchrist County? This is where the official report ends, and the world of social media investigation, spearheaded by individuals like a man named Polo, begins.
We're going to put a disclaimer that everything that's stated on this live is based on information that has been gathered or people that may have been close or people that may have been there. We'll put our disclaimers out there. We're going to go ahead and cover all that stuff there and put that already out there. Hey, man, for everybody who, man, ain't been paying attention, for everybody who ain't been following this, man, I just want to let y'all know, man, this is a story that got told for Tyrone Davis Jr., known to social media as Dro, and the love getaway that happened in the cabin with him and his girlfriend, Lulu. Dro and them had planned a romantic getaway. It ended tragic where one person didn't make it back home. So the movement was started because the Davis family wanted answers. They wanted answers, and they wanted justice ultimately. It started gaining attention. How y'all doing? It started gaining attention. It started gaining traction. So it started circulating on social media. So a lot of people have been trying to follow this story, and a lot of people have been taking bits and pieces and throwing it everywhere. But tonight, we're going to speak on a very important topic. A very important topic, man. And it has to do with somebody close to Dro. See, the thing about this person here, and before I get to this person, y'all gonna bear with me because I gotta bring people up to speed. So what happened was that it was a romantic getaway in Gilchrist County. That's like 30 minutes from Gainesville. And it was supposed to be, Dro had been he just wanted to see Lulu happy. So, I guess he planned this little getaway trip, and everything's supposed to be smooth. Christmas weekend, the weekend of 27th, 28th of December. If you pay attention to the videos that were posted on his account, it was all laugh and kiki, we having fun. But if you pay attention to Lulu laughs and Lulu face and stuff like that, the laughs were kind of fake. The laughs weren't genuine. It was forced. There were forced laughs and forced giggles. You know what I mean? And if you weren't paying attention, you would think that it's just pure love and it's genuine. But then after the fight, when you sit back and you go back and you pay attention to it, you be like, damn, man, the laughs weren't really. That shit seemed like it was overkill. It was overkill. Well, fast forward time a little bit. Something took place inside that cabin. A domestic dispute took place. I'm going to add allegedly on top of that, even though the police was called out there for a domestic dispute, I'm still going to put allegedly on there. So when the police came out there, but when the police went wrong at, the police never went inside the cabin. The police came out there for a domestic dispute, but the police never went inside the cabin. The police never made it inside the cabin. They never went in the cabin to check. So, along that domestic dispute going on, and I'm give y'all a little background of Lulu. Who Lulu is as a person. Let me paint this picture. This is not the first incident that Lulu has been in. Prior to Dro, the police officer that Lulu used to deal with, Lulu used to talk to somebody else. Lulu have a pattern of talking to people who got money. She has a pattern of fucking with niggas who got the bag. But Lulu has a certain type of niggas that she actually genuine love. Lulu just don't love no any type of nigga. Understand that. Follow what I'm saying now. Lulu don't love any type of nigga. Lulu is physically, emotionally attracted to a certain type of individual. Dro was not that individual. To Lulu, Dro was, I'm gonna keep it all the way raw. Dro was, in the street terms, considered a lick. Considered a lick in the eyes of Lulu. Regardless of how much love was showed, regardless of the pictures, I'm pretty sure y'all done watch Tubi. Y'all see how these movies started, how these movies end. And y'all know how this shit is down south. We done seen this 1,000 times with girlfriend play girlfriend roles, but they really don't be girlfriends. They be just playing their role until that time come for them to carry out their ultimate mission. So at this cabin, before I go further, do y'all know that Lulu, that previous person I was telling y'all about, Lulu tried to set up a nigga she was already dealing with in the past before. She tried to have him killed too. Lulu already tried to have a nigga she was dealing with killed, but a nigga never went bite. Nigga never went bite, so therefore he didn't lose his life. He didn't lose his life. This ain't Lulu first time pulling this stunt. I don't know what they told y'all, but this not Lulu first stunt. We have all met females that set niggas up for niggas who they actually love. Know what I mean? Don't get this shit twisted or whatsoever. Lulu ain't no ordinary type of female. She ain't. But Dro is the type of person who love too hard. He genuinely love the people he deal with. He was more of a gentleman. He was more of a player. He was more of a person who every female wanna fuck with. Every female wanna fuck with. He the type of person that if a woman was looking for a husband, Dro would be a prime candidate. Dro would be a prime candidate for a woman, for a female that's looking for a husband. And when I say that she tried to kill her last, one of the dudes she was probably talking to, we gonna throw a allegedly on there, but shit, it ain't no military secret. That nigga already came forward and said she tried to kill him, and he went on about his business. It ain't no military secret, but we gonna throw allegedly on top of that too. We gonna throw the allegedly on there. I already put the disclaimer in there. I did where this shit gonna get juicy at. Fast forward time. So inside the cabin, after the domestic dispute take place, the police get called. It's a gap. It's a whole gap that transpired. Then all of a sudden, the person that's at the cabin, that worked there, that's housed there, or whatsoever, see Lulu packing her stuff. Packing her stuff inside the car. I know that some people had said that, they say, well, how? I seen people on live and they were talking saying, well, how my dog jumped out of the car and the car had 30-inch rims on it. Remember people were saying, I think a dog had said, man, how my dog jumped out the car and the car had 30-inch rims on it. Well, that car that was at that cabin didn't have 30-inch rims on it. Lulu Affinity was at that cabin. Lulu Affinity was in the videos. Lulu Affinity was in that car. In that picture I posted on my page with that big ass red circle around it. See, if you pay attention when I spoke about Lulu, hold on. Before I get to that part, let me bring the rest of the people up to speed that's behind. So at the cabin, after all that took place, they started packing her stuff. She started acting like she was leaving. The person at the cabin asked, did she want help? She declined help. At that time, that person never seen Dro. Dro was never seen. So the person felt like something wasn't right. He felt like something wasn't right. So he kind of fell back a little bit to try to see what's going on. Now they just had domestic dispute, so you know that know what I mean, people called because they know something was going on. Something was taking place. Appreciate the support. So the dude ended up, I guess he had to go up front. He had to go up front to go take care of something. By the time he came back, Lulu was gone. At that time, nobody had seen Dro. Nobody had seen Dro. There's nobody at that cabin could say that when after that message dispute, they seen Dro. Now, we got pictures. We ain't gonna say pictures. We got names of people that was around the cabin. We got names of the people that were close or had the cabin rented around the time when all this was going on. So we have already it's people that have already reached out to several of the people that had these cabins booked. Had other cabins booked at this same place. Hey, how you doing, Toya? It's other people that had cabins booked. Another white couple had a cabin booked there too.
To understand the gravity of the allegations, you need to understand the characters. According to Polo's extensive live stream dissection of this case, Lulu wasn't just a grieving girlfriend with an inconsistent story. Polo alleges that Lulu has a pattern of being with men who have money. He claims that, crucially, Tyrone Davis Jr. was not her usual type. Davis is described by those who knew him as a gentleman, a good guy, someone who loved hard and was a prime candidate for a husband. Polo suggests Lulu was physically and emotionally attracted to a different kind of man, a street type. But more startlingly, Polo alleges this wasn't Lulu's first time at the rodeo. He claims that prior to Davis, she was involved with another man she allegedly tried to have set up. That man, he says, survived because he walked away. This alleged history paints a portrait of a woman with a potentially calculated approach to relationships, which becomes central to the theory of motive. And then there's Tyrone. By all accounts from his community, he was a beloved figure, a content creator, a father, a man who showed love openly. His father described him as his right-hand man. This widespread perception of Davis as a genuinely good person is what makes the alleged betrayal cut so deep for his supporters. It fuels their disbelief that he would simply jump from a car and raises the question, what, or who, could have driven him to such a desperate act, if that's even what happened. The cabin. This is the setting where Polo alleges the real crime began, not on Archer Road. He paints a scene of a domestic dispute. Police were called to the cabin for this dispute, but Polo notes a critical detail. He claims the officers never actually entered the cabin to check on the occupants. Then, there's a gap. A mysterious lapse in time. Polo describes a witness, someone who worked at or near the cabins, who saw Lulu packing a car alone after the dispute. This person, feeling something was off, allegedly offered help, which was declined. When this witness returned later, both Lulu and Tyrone were gone. But crucially, the witness only saw Lulu. Tyrone Davis was not seen again. The official story picks up with a 911 call for an injured person on Archer Road. Polo aggressively challenges the jumped from a car theory. He breaks down the physics, asking how anyone could easily open a door and jump from a vehicle moving at 25 miles per hour. He points to the alleged statements from medical staff about blunt force trauma, asking a damning question: could a hit-and-run scene be the perfect cover for injuries inflicted elsewhere? And then, the timeline gets messier. Polo alleges that after leaving the cabin, Lulu didn't go to authorities. Instead, he claims a hotel room was booked in nearby Gainesville. The question screams to be asked: if your boyfriend just had a terrible accident, why stop at a hotel?
Yeah. So, okay. So, fast forward time from the cabin, all of a sudden, Lulu, allegedly, they get a hotel room booked in Gainesville. Follow me what I'm saying. Dro ain't know nothing about no cabin, allegedly, in Gilchrist County. He could have went to Orlando. He could have went to everywhere else. Tampa. All the other cities outside of Gilchrist County. This is an area in the woods where no cameras exist. Apparently, somebody has been here before. In this cabin area, ducked off in the middle of nowhere. Gilchrist County, bitch, players don't go to Gilchrist County. We don't do that. But it's always somebody and somebody ill telling them ideas, places to go. It was always somebody there. It was always somebody there every time. It was somebody there. At the cabin, at the hospital, on the streets, at every event, every pop-up, every pull-up, the same person was there. So follow me, because I'm going to get to that point of that person. And then I'm going to tie everything back in the loop in 1 second. So they get to the cab, they get to the hotel. All of a sudden, there's certain type of food y'all see inside the cabin. The Papa John's, this right here. But if you pay attention to the video, when Joe cooked the food for Lulu, Lulu never ate that food. Not one time out of all the video, Lulu walk around with the food looking stupid. She ain't eat the food not one time. So all of a sudden, Joe get found under the bridge in Alachua County on the side of the road with money there, certain things put there, 2 phones missing. Everything that he keep close that you know that he have on him, missing. The firearm, the purpose for the firearm that she gave him inside the Glock box, knowing that he keep him a fire on him. So the story come to find out, that's when people started asking what the fuck going on? What's taking place? What just transpired? Something ain't right. Well, not one time was the family notified at the time of the incident. So when the police get called and people say it's a civilian against a sedan, Lulu show up on the scene 2 minutes after the EMT. So everybody went, damn, y'all were just together. How he on the ground and you show up 2 minutes after EMT? What's going on? What happened? How you get on the ground? So Lulu ended up telling the story. Her storyline was that she hit the man with the car. That was one storyline. And then the next storyline, he jumped out the car. He jumped out the car and killed himself. Now, a man that is so loved by so many people, pour nothing but love in these streets, pour love in everybody he deal with. Why would this man jump out of a car at 25 miles per hour and commit suicide at 25 miles per hour? Jump out of a car. Now, if anybody ever drove 25 miles per hour, it's not easy to open that door. You can't just open that door at 25 miles per hour and jump out that car. That's impossible. You can't do it like that. So you know it was a lie. So when they went to the hospital, allegedly went to the hospital, she contacted the mama. The hospital contacted the family. You had the father information. You could have contacted the daddy. You should have waited 24 hours later to contact the family. If there was an accident she claimed so many times, then why you didn't call the family right when it happened? Why you ain't call the family when you claim he jumped out the car? May I remind y'all that when they found Joe didn't have no scratches and no bruises. According to the white people that were witnesses, they were limited to what they said, even down to the homeless man. But the thing about the white people is that fear is stronger than love, and fear will keep a people from telling everything. Fear keep a motherfucker from telling the truth about what really took place and what they fully seen, knowing there's a bunch of black people questioning them and it's somebody already dead. So then you come to think like a criminal instead of a civilian. So then when you keep going on and you investigate, they like, man, what about this and what about that? Well, you know, Joe was a player. Like, you gotta ask yourself, what the fuck? Where Papa John's come at? Nigga, ain't none of that. Nigga, that was a side person. Papa John, that don't even sound like some a nigga be eating. Not this nigga here. This nigga ain't come to go to Papa John's. That nigga ain't come to get no pizza. This the type of nigga that, man, ain't eat no pizza, man. The man ain't eat no pizza, dog. So you gotta pay attention that what makes sense and what don't make sense. And I'm bringing everybody up to speed who have been lost and trying to catch up. So it's like, that ain't making sense. That shit ain't adding up. The Papa John pizza, that ain't adding up. So when you ask to pay attention to the people, they like, man, why y'all ain't putting these cameras? Why y'all ain't go to these same spots that was said that these people was at? So at the hospital, allegedly, the mom and Lulu at the hospital, people from the Davis family at the hospital. At that time, it was said that Dro was brain dead. According to Lulu, she was there with a close friend of Dro's. Lulu didn't say this right here until after I spoke with her brother. After I brought her brother name up and brought him into the situation, that's when Lulu wrote 6 pages of bullshit on her Instagram. Lulu had minimal words of what she had to say until that day we was on live and spoke and brought her brother name in the middle of it. Then Lulu dropped them 6 pages of her kind of somewhat incriminated herself. She somewhat incriminated herself. And whether you believe it or not, she made it known not to bring my brother in this because the simple fact is she was at the hospital with one of his close friends. That close friend wasn't inside the hospital. That close friend was most likely outside. That close friend was probably riding her car. That close friend is the same person that always around when you see Lulu.
This is where the story takes its most controversial turn. The alleged involvement of a third person, Jason. Polo identifies Jason as Tyrone Davis Jr.'s right-hand man. But he also claims Jason was once Davis's op, or opponent, and that Davis had forgiven him and brought him into a circle. Polo's central allegation is that Jason was always there, in the background of trips, popping up in photos, and most significantly, frequently with Lulu. The evidence Polo presents is largely digital and circumstantial, but to his audience, it was compelling. He dissected a 6-page letter Lulu posted on Instagram. In it, while defending herself, she wrote that she was at the hospital with one of Dro's close friends. She did not name this friend. For Polo, this was a key. He connected the dots to Jason, whom he calls Chevy Boy J online. He then showcased social media interactions, a birthday message from Lulu to Jason. During his live stream, Polo and his viewers watched in real time as, he claims, that birthday message was suddenly deleted. This digital scrubbing, happening as he was live, was seen by many as a sign of panic, a confirmation they were on the right trail. Polo's theory is intricate. He alleges Lulu didn't act alone. He questions whether a woman could single-handedly orchestrate a complex cover-up. He suggests the plan, the choice of the remote cabin, the strength to overpower Davis, all point to a male accomplice. And he points the finger directly at the right-hand man, Jason, alleging envy and a desire for Davis's life and money as the motive for betrayal.
Follow me on this. I'm gonna get y'all and bring y'all up to speed at the same time. But let me get this cut water in my system right quick. Let me get in my system. Follow what I'm saying, right? So the pressure started boiling. See what they did do? See, Dro was injured at that cabin. Everything happened at that cabin. The cabin is where it went down there. The cover was the bridge. The bridge was the cover. See, the Joe getting hit scenario, man, when a person called in, talking about, hey, man, that car's a civilian and a sedan, all that shit there was nothing but a cover. See, the intentions was that he get hit by that car. If he get hit by a car, then it cover up the blunt force trauma. It cover that up because you got hit by a car. So it's easy to blame it on that situation. But if you think, man, Lulu ain't that smart as a street person to plan all this out. Yeah, she might be grinding to set a nigga up. She might be flawed, know what I mean? Like able to set a nigga up and play her part as a bitch. That set a nigga up. But when it comes to the layout, that's a nigga. That's a nigga that's coaching. That's a nigga who know the layout. That's a nigga who knew about them cabins in Gilchrist County. That's a nigga who laid out the bridge scene. That's a nigga who coaching you when they say certain things. That's a nigga behind you. That's all a nigga orchestrating. That's it. That's it. Cause for one, no matter when Dro died, pay attention to her 6-page letter. When Dro died, she started hollering, baby. You ain't never addressed Dro as baby. That's what you call somebody when y'all first starting out, babe and baby. This man considered you his queen. Now all of a sudden when he died, he baby? Oh no, baby. Oh, we don't do that there. Take a sip of this cut water, cause this shit about to get real. Hold on. Y'all better share this live, man. Share this live and drop them blue hearts for justice for Joe, man. Drop this, man. Drop them hard for Joe, man. Drop them. Cause we meant to get here. I'm gonna show you how Joe trusted somebody that he shouldn't even trust it cause he knew the nigga was a op. He knew the nigga was a op and he still trusted this nigga. He still gave this nigga the benefit of the doubt when he knew this nigga was a op. I say he knew this nigga was a op and he still gave the man the benefit of the doubt. This man always been there. Always been there. This nigga was with his bitch. Seemed like more than he was with his bitch. Every time his bitch pop up, that nigga ain't too far. See, it was all cool just a week ago. It all was cool just a week ago, cause nobody really was paying attention. But my nigga, you gotta join it live. And you gonna have to straighten me about this right here. You gonna have to clear this up, boy. Cause boy, listen here. Hold on. For all y'all, man. So people call, so nigga like, damn. Before Joe was pronounced dead, the mama and Lulu and them, they left. Joe wasn't even pronounced dead yet. And the mama and Lulu left the hospital. How you love a man? You left the hospital when you realize Joe was brain dead. Joe can't tell no story no more. Joe can't tell who was there. Joe can't tell who betrayed him. Joe can't tell who was inside that cabin, around that cabin. Joe couldn't tell who was in that car because you know that Joe was brain dead. At that time when you realized Joe was brain dead, you left that hospital. How you love a man so hard and you care for a man, but you leave a man on his dying bed? You left a man on his dying bed. His mama left her son on his dying bed. You couldn't sit there and wait and stick by his side. You couldn't wait and sit there by a nigga who gave you the world. This nigga gave you everything. And you mean to tell me that you couldn't stay in that hospital? Then the unthinkable take place. The unthinkable take place. For all y'all don't know, $250,000 vanish. $250,000 vanish from out of the man's account. $250,000 wiped clean out Joe account. If you love a man, you care for a man, how do you move $250,000, $250,000? That's a quarter ticket. Boy, that's more money than people had in their lifetime at one time. $250,000. You wouldn't even worry about staying in the hospital to see this man through. You had the nerve to post on your Instagram that you were talking to the doctors. Hold on, baby, you ain't got no degree in that. What you told the people? You his wife? You wasn't his wife. And you had the nerve to post on your Instagram account that you were talking to the doctors, trying to get him moved to another hospital just in case he shake bite from it like other people did. Girl, who authorized you to say that? You ain't even in that position. You not even that part of his family to even authorize or change a transfer like that. You ain't his wife. You just got the same name as she got because your dad's last name Davis. You was never legally married. Allegedly. The man wanted to make you his wife. The man wanted to make you his wife. So $250,000 disappear off the main account. Wiped clean. The mama, Renee, at no time did she think or feel like Lulu was responsible, even though the picture was already painted that this wasn't an accident. Here come Renee, Miss Cashing on the insurance policy, the queen of cashing in. She the queen of cashing in. Here come Renee, his mother. Supposed to be his mother, the one who neglected him when he was a child, who gave him up when she was 17 years old. Here she come. The one he tried to buy love. He tried to buy his mama love. He tried to mend a bond. If you pay attention to all his videos, he tried to get his mama the type of love that he wanted. But in a way, he kind of tried to buy it. And the way he tried to buy it, because he was seeking that love. If you pay attention to the video, only time she's smiling like she happy is when Joe got some in his hands. When Joe got some in his hands to give. If you pay attention to Lulu, the only time she fake laughing, key, is when money gets spent on her. It's always when money gets spent. But Gene was showing love. That ain't what the fuck it was. The homeboys, the dogs, the people that are down there, they could see through that shit there. They knew that Lulu wasn't solid. They knew Lulu wasn't real. Them niggas seen that. But they let their dog make his own choice and his decisions. But they seen right through that hole. This man loved his baby mama, but he cheated on his baby mama for Lulu, allegedly. Follow what I'm saying now. Follow what I'm saying and follow where I'm getting at with this right here. So the mama, she tell the investigators that she don't want no investigation or no autopsy. That's what she's screaming. She ain't want no investigation, no autopsy. What type of mama don't want an autopsy on her son? What type of mama don't want no investigation on her son? That don't make sense, bro. You already lost 2 other kids. You already lost 2 other kids. How you don't want an investigation on your son that you call your right hand? Your man, you my right hand man. The one you were putting on saying my right hand man. Remember the words, Renee? That's your right hand. That's your man. So how you don't want an investigation? And then you go so far. The father, he said, man, he only got one wish, dog. One dog that he want Lulu at the funeral, dog. He ain't want. Though the mama, Renee, she went ballistics. She went crazy. Talking about Lulu gonna be there and all this shit there. And to stand on her word, she snuck Lulu inside the funeral home. The prime suspect in your child demise, you still smoke. You still snuck her in the goddamn funeral home. The funeral home people told on you. They told on you. The funeral home people told the truth that you snuck this girl inside the funeral home. See, while you were trying to be sneaky, people felt like someone right. Even the funeral home people felt like someone right. They felt like something wasn't right. And still, to this day, she defended Lulu. She told the police that she considered Lulu a modern girlfriend. She considered her a model girlfriend. She considered Lulu a model girlfriend. Your child dead. Your child dead. She the last person with your child. As everybody know. She the last person with your child that has been stated so far. And you mean to tell me that you don't want no investigation? And you just cool with it? That you cool enough to bring her there? Well, guess what? Allegedly, some of that money that got disappeared out the account, the mama received some of the blood money. The mama received some of the blood money at the funeral home. We gonna throw allegedly on there. Received some of the money at the funeral home. Damn. You don't want no investigation? You don't want no autopsy? You receiving money? All of it didn't sound right. The Davis family, they wanted answers. Tasha, Big Joe, the grandma, people wanted answers. The family, the other side of the family, they wanted answers to what really took place, what happened. Something ain't making sense. This ain't adding up. Here come the mama, putting all the roadblocks in. Don't tell nobody nothing on the Davis side of the family. They ain't his daddy. And don't tell nobody but me. If you ain't talking to me, don't get nobody no information. She told the people at the cabin not to give up no information. She told the detective not to give up no information. She said, don't get nothing to the Davis side of the family or his daddy or Big Joe. Only person you talk to is me. Why would you not want his father, a man that has been there, to know what's going on with his child? Why would you tell these people that? Why would you participate in the cover? You have already lost 2 sons. You already cashed in on them. Is this about the insurance policy that you had on your son? Well, the insurance people say you can't get, allegedly, you can't cash in on the insurance policy until they keep that autopsy back. See, one autopsy done, the people said we got to send it to the big people. We got to send it to the big people. Because we ain't going to go by this. We just can't put no accident down and go by this right here. We just can't do that. We just can't close it and just say, it was an accident. Nah, we just can't do that right here. We need this autopsy report. May I remind y'all, for those who don't know, those who haven't been paying attention, Joe got kids. Joe kids got a GoFundMe account. His baby mama had to open up a GoFundMe account when they daddy had $250,000 in his account. His kids got robbed of a father. His kids placed on the GoFundMe account when this man was a six-figure nigga. A six-figure nigga. And you mean to tell me that they grandma, which is Joe mama, ain't went to see them kids? Ain't did nothing for them kids? Ain't tell her son, kids, hey, take that GoFundMe down, man. I got my son kids. I'ma make sure they straight. You ain't gotta do all that. Something ain't right. Is the love for your child gone? Or did you never really have love for your son?
If the alleged personal betrayal wasn't enough, Polo then introduces a staggering financial allegation. He claims that after Tyrone Davis Jr. was declared brain dead, but before he was pronounced deceased, a sum of $250,000 was withdrawn from his account. Let that number sink in. $250,000. Polo emphasizes this repeatedly, contrasting this massive withdrawal with the fact that Davis's children later had a GoFundMe set up for their support. He frames it as the ultimate insult. The alleged perpetrators weren't just taking a life, they were allegedly looting his legacy, leaving his children with nothing while they profited. He further alleges that Davis's mother, Renee, received some of this blood money, which he ties to her initial reluctance to authorize a full autopsy or investigation. Polo claims she even sneaked Lulu into the funeral home against the wishes of Davis's father. This creates a troubling triangle: the girlfriend, the best friend, and the mother, all allegedly acting in concert to obscure the truth for financial gain. This financial angle transforms the story. It's no longer just a possible crime of passion or a covered-up accident. It becomes, in the eyes of the online sleuths, a premeditated plot with a clear financial payoff. So, where does this leave us? We have an official police investigation that initially found no suspicion. We have a devastated family demanding answers and citing medical opinions that contradict the official story. And we have a parallel, crowdsourced investigation unfolding on social media, full of serious allegations, premeditation, accomplices, staged crime scenes, and massive financial theft. The questions pile up unanswered. Why did the police story and the medical observations to the family seemingly conflict? Why would Lulu's story change multiple times? Who was the close friend at the hospital, and why was his presence not immediately disclosed? Where did $250,000 go? The family of Tyrone Davis Jr. continues to seek justice. His father's mission remains simple, yet heartbreakingly complex. All I really want is answers to what belongs to me. For us, the audience, this case is a stark reminder. It shows the power of community in seeking truth, but also the chaos that can unfold in the absence of official transparency. It reminds us that what we see online is often a carefully crafted filter, hiding realities we can scarcely imagine. The story of Tyrone Davis Jr. is far from unraveled. If anything, the knot just gets tighter. What do you think happened in that cabin? Who do you believe? We read every single one of your comments on our videos, so let us know your theory down below. The engagement from this community is what drives these discussions forward. And if you have any information regarding the death of Tyrone Davis Jr., you are urged to contact the Gainesville Police Department. Sometimes, the key to unraveling the truth lies with someone who is yet to speak up. Until next time, this is True Crime Unraveled. Stay curious and stay safe.
It ain't making sense. It ain't adding up. Fast forward time a little bit more. So when Lulu dropped them 6 pages, when Lulu like, man, Hey, I was at the hospital with one of Joe's close friends. Remember now? She said I was at the hospital with one of Joe's close friends. Well, Joe's close friend, his right-hand man, the one that always wanted to be there, always wanted to be Joe, always low-key envied Joe, always wanted to be in his place, always was on the scene. The only person that could be, that was there, that was present, that you seen more times with Lulu, was Jason. Jason was Joe's right-hand man. Jason was always there. When Lulu used to pull up, every time Lulu pulled up, Jason was in the car. Jason was there. Jason, who Joe considered his right-hand man. Jason. The same nigga that was one point in time was Joe Op. The same nigga that Joe went through it with back in the day. The same nigga. I said I was going to drop a name because Jason. I would post a picture of Jason. The same nigga that was a shit eater. You was a nobody. Nigga made you. That nigga made you. The same nigga who told, the same nigga who said, I ain't gonna expose Lulu. I ain't gonna say nothing about Lulu because she ain't did nothing to me. But this your right-hand man, homeboy. This the last person that was with your right-hand man. But you ain't gonna expose her because you always with her. You was always there. You was there more than his homeboys that grew up with him. You was there. Matter of fact, you just bought your sister a BMW, a brand new BMW. You just posted on your account saying your sister deserved that BMW. Where you get that type of money from? Where you get that type of money from? From those who don't know Jason, I will post Jason's picture on my page. For those who don't know Jason, but those who do know Jason, know someone right. Nigga, y'all used to be with Lulu. Nigga, it's times where Lulu will pull up, Jason in the car. Fuck, nigga, I'm the biggest troll. I'm the biggest troll. Bitch, I dig your life up. It's times where Lulu would say, hey, man, I got somebody, no, man, I got a surprise for you. I got somebody with me, blah, 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 blah. But guess who that person was? That person was Jason. Jason was who Joe considered his right-hand man. The same nigga. May I remind you, Lulu got certain pictures from that funeral. She got certain pictures from that funeral. How you get these certain pictures? It had to be taken by somebody that was in that funeral in order for you to get these pictures. Damn, now it makes sense. Why that cabin? They got that cabin. It makes sense why a nigga in the cabin in the middle of the woods. It makes sense because Joe couldn't get pushed out the car. Lulu couldn't do that shit herself. Lulu ain't strong enough like that. Nah, there had to be somebody who had enough strength to do this. There had to be somebody who always there. Know what I mean? It was times where Lulu and Joe went on trips and Jason was there. Why you always bring Jason on trips with you? Why Jason everywhere? Hey man. Jason, I don't know you from a can of paint. But guess what? You was always there. You was always there. You despise of Joe low-key. You wanted everything. You wanted to be Joe so bad. Even down to the cars that he drive. You wanted them cars. You wanted the money. You wanted everything. You wanted to be Joe so bad. It's to the point where you and Lulu had to be fucking. Because you know why? Lulu not attracted to people like Dro. This ain't the first person that Lulu and tried to set up. May I remind you, before she was talking to Dro, she was talking to the police. And but before the police, she was talking to a nigga she was trying to get killed. The nigga she was talking to before the police, she tried to get him killed too. She tried to get him killed too. But guess what happened? That nigga didn't go bite. That nigga saved his own life. That nigga saved his own life. That's why that nigga alive now. That's why that nigga alive now. See, but Jason is a red-skinned nigga, brown-skinned nigga, face full of tattoos, look like a thug, look like a street nigga. That's Jason. The nigga that always, he posting pictures. He posted pictures always with Dro. Everywhere you see Dro, you will see a lot of pictures with him. You will see him post. He the same nigga that say, I ain't been exposed, Lulu, because she ain't did nothing to me. But she the prime suspect that killed your homeboy. She the prime person in your homeboy situation. I wouldn't expose her either. Not if I got some of the money too. I wouldn't expose her either. Especially if I'm the one always there. You the same person that always recommended trips. You the same person that everywhere they went, you try to be with them. So when the white people say that, if you pay attention to the white people, they was already seeing that somebody was with Lulu in a way. They were giving away that somebody drove up with her. But she ended up confirming that when she stated on her IG that she was at the hospital with Dro's close friend. The only person that Dro's right-hand man is Jason. That's who we consider his right-hand man. That's who we consider his dog. But he was an op at one point. And I'm not going to lie to you. I said this a couple lives ago. The person that's in this shit, Dro trusted. Dro had love for. That's the only way. That's the only way. That's the only way that Dro was comfortable. The only way a person can get that close to you to help them, I gotta already know you. I already gotta know you. I said this a minute ago, that Dro knew who was involved. Dro knew this. Jason just posted on his account today, maybe yesterday, he posted on his account. He just bought a BMW for his sister. He posted on his account, Jason, that nigga from down south, that nigga from right down there in Broward County. From my understanding, Jason is right from Broward. Jason, right down there in Broward. I said a couple hours ago that Dro got betrayed by somebody he cared about. Dro got betrayed by somebody he fucked with. I say it wasn't no stranger. It was somebody close to Dro. Grab y'all a cut water, man. Grab y'all a cut water. Make sure you get that White Russian. Facebook, check this out, right? I'm going to go to my page, and I'm going to go post who Jason is right now on my page. I'm going to post who Jason is. Give me 1 second, because I'm going to go post so y'all have a visual on who the fuck Jason is. Damn, I can't post it while I'm on live. I can't post it. But I'm going to post it. Trust me. Trust me. I'm going to post it. I'm going to post it. Trust me. It will be posted on my account. Don't even worry about it posting. I don't know Jason's last name. But I have Jason's picture. And I'm going to tell you something, man. They know who Jason is. The people down south know who Jason is. Those from his city know who Jason is. Maybe not everybody, but they know who Jason is. I don't know Jason's last name, but when I post his picture, that's all what matter. All what matter is when I post his picture, I have gave you his name. Now I can't post it right now because I'm on Facebook Live. But everybody know I'm going to post it. I said a while ago, I said a couple lives ago, I told y'all, I say, man, listen here. Joe know exactly who is there. Far as his Facebook, I don't know his Facebook. I ain't gonna sit here and tell you no lie. But I'm gonna tell you something. Hold on right quick. Go to Joe page. His Instagram is Chevy Boy J. His Instagram is Chevy Boy Dre. Chevy Boy Dre. Chevy Boy J is his Instagram. Chevy Boy J. That's his Instagram. See, the thing about it is, right? See, that's the thing about it is, right? The thing about this is, right? Jason was always there. Jason was always there. See, this nigga was always there. Always. Always. Always, man. Always. It's times where this man was with Lulu and Joe wasn't even around. Joe wasn't even with her. It's strange. It's strange. Strange. That how can a nigga be with my bitch? Why you always with my bitch? Why he always there? Why he always there? See, that's the problem, man. See, they trying to throw you off, see? And Jason was just Chevy Boy Jason. I promise you, look at her page. Lulu following Chevy Boy J. Lulu follow Chevy Boy J. Am I lying? If anybody have checked this page out, man, you should see that Lulu follow Chevy Boy J. Can anybody can y'all verify that for me, please? Can you verify that for me, please? Can you verify that for me, please? And let it be known in the chat that Chevy Boy J is followed by Lulu. His Chevy Boy J. Chevy Boy J, bro. Chevy Boy J is followed by Lulu. I don't think y'all motherfucking hear me. I say share this live, man. Cutwater Tuesday, man. We on White Russian. We on White Russian. The first name you gonna see is followed by Lulu. Huh? This the same nigga that was dapping up Joe Daddy. This the same nigga that was dapping up Joe Daddy. This the same nigga who say, I ain't mean to spray her. She ain't did nothing to me. But she the same person that everybody talking about set your dog up. Hold on, nigga. See, everybody was sidetracked. I got on this cut water and I done cut up. I done got on this cut water and cut up. I supposed to have me a 200 million followers. The fuck? See, but it get deeper there. It get a little bit deeper. It get a little bit deeper, man. See, one thing about this shit here, man. One thing about this shit here, right here, man. See, one thing about it is, man, I'm gonna go at Decorius Malone. Hey, man, send me a request, man. See, cause you had got in my inbox earlier, right? And you pay attention. I ignored you on purpose. And you got in my inbox, so I'm gonna add you to the live because you got in my inbox, right? And you was already heading in the right direction, all right? And if you notice that I ignored you on purpose. I ignored you on purpose. I answered everything else but what you directly asked me first. And I did that on purpose. Now join the live. What they do?
Y'all see it right there? Y'all see it? She followed him. She told him happy birthday. Hope he enjoy his day. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? She too close to him. Drove home, boy. You see it?
That's his right hand man. That was once his op.
Y'all see it? It don't take no rocket science to figure this shit out. All I did went through her lights.
Hey, but you know the crazy part about this here, right? See, you had jumped in my inbox when I said something earlier. But if you notice, I ignored you on purpose on that one question. Did I not?
Yeah, you ain't say nothing about it. I said I might be wrong, I might be right.
I ain't say nothing. I answered every other question you said in my inbox, and I left that question alone.
And he just bought his sister a BMW 2 days ago.
What he just did?
Bought his sister a BMW 2 days ago. Y'all want to see it?
What
he
he
said his
just
sister
said?
deserve it.
And you know what he say about his sister? She got his bike regardless. She always got his bike. So she deserve that. Now, y'all from down there, y'all know if this nigga get money like that. But I already did my research on Chevy Boy J. That
Y'all
shit
see
ain't
it?
adding up. The math ain't adding
They're
up.
just talking about getting money together, him and Dro now.
Joe put this nigga on. Joe put this nigga on.
Look,
Joe
you
wanted to
say
see
he
a
don't
nigga
keep
come
niggas
up.
around him, right?
Same nigga always around him in the car. Everywhere. He on every scene. Always there.
You tell the homeboy ain't for Dro. Look at him, he ain't for Dro.
Always there.
He really not fucking with Dro, but he close to Dro cause he want that bag from Dro.
One thing
We gonna
about it
test the
is,
ends
man.
together, right?
One thing about this shit is, right? One thing about life is, right? One thing about life is, you can't trust nobody. See, the thing about Lulu is, them the type of niggas Lulu like. Lulu ain't like no gentleman. Joe was too much of a good guy. Too much of a good guy. Way too much of a good guy. This the same nigga that say, I ain't mean to say nothing bad about Lulu. She ain't did nothing to me.
Right. You see where Lulu told him happy birthday and hope you enjoy your day to the fullest?
If anybody from down south right now, man, y'all know that. Y'all, every time y'all seen Dro, most of the time that nigga wasn't too far along. And most of the time when you see Lulu, that nigga ain't too far from around Lulu. That nigga